Hello, everybody. Welcome to RockTree OG Talk series, and I am your host, CH Egan. RockTree Capital is hosting the RockTree OG Talk series, where RockTree brings together the greatest minds in Web3 today to bring you the most powerful real-time OG insights in the world. Today, our greatest minds focus on ZK Experts Talk.
Hello. So my name is Matthew Doty. I am a co-founder and chief science officer and chief architect of ZKEX. I got my start in crypto in 2014 as the second research hire at Ethereum. I worked on the mining algorithm with Vitalik Buterin and and I did the early estimates for the gas prices for the EVM.
My name is Bilal Khan. I'm head of growth and one of the co-founders of ZKEX. So our vision is to build an exchange which is going to be a true decentralized self-custodial version of a DEX. ZKEX has a mission, which is to combine functionality, user experience, and security into one package so that we abstract away all technology, eliminate all complexity, and make multi-chain trading so simple, easy, cheap, and fast, and completely hack-proof to such a point that the experience and the security is even better than the CX.
I'm co-founder at zkLink, and we're the infrastructure provider where ZKEX is building on top. We are a multi-chain trading infrastructure secured with ZK snarks, empowering the next generation of decentralized trading products such as ZKEX.
I worked on the mining algorithm with Vitalik and also the gas price estimation. And so that's what I want to talk about today. Gas costs, or in other words, computational efficiency, is a huge problem for zero knowledge. The gas costs for running any zero knowledge proof are at least 10 to 20 times higher than sending USDC or buying an NFT. So that means that an NFT can cost $30 in gas fees, and so we're looking at 300 or perhaps even $1,000 for any zero knowledge proof in the next bull run. At ZKEX, we are creating interchain infrastructure with efficient zero-knowledge verification on the EVM. And that means that your EVM-based zero-knowledge programs that you write with Circom will be 1,000x faster. And as a result, 1,000x cheaper on ZKEX.
So we're thinking about where Web3 will be 2 years, 3 years in the future. And so we're going to eventually have a bull run, and the gas fee pricing is going to be tested on Ethereum. And whatever the price is today, it's going to be much, much bigger. And so that's why we invested into Golden Gate, ZKEX, because it has one of the features is it reduces the gas fees for ZK precompiles by 1,000x. And I think that's going to be very valuable in the future of Web3. And it allows infrastructure, cross-chain infrastructure that is future-proof.
The first part of a ZK proof is the succinct small version of a computated kind of a fact or data. So instead of carrying out all these papers, I essentially have this little card. The problem is with that card, even if I was to lose it, my data is still on there, my name and date of birth. So there's no privacy. So that first part of that word ZK proof is the ZK bit, which is the privacy. This is where I could shield the data on that card, the calculation element. It's extremely expensive, and I'm actually delighted that there is a solution here where we can actually produce these proofs, these ZK proofs, very efficiently and very fast. Now, another twist on it is the ZK rollup word, where essentially we are able to bundle all these proofs up into a rollup and make it very, very efficient and submit that to the blockchain. So that's what a ZK proof allows us to do, make them small and very private. Let me give you another analogy. You have some apples in your hand and you want to buy some pears. You're going to do a swap. So you go to one person and he has a black box and he says, yes, I can exchange your apples. And you give him your apple and he puts your apple into the box. And you say, can I have my pears? He will say, no, I'll keep your pears for you and I'll keep your apple. But don't worry, trust me, everything is yours. It's safe. It's completely fine. That is a ZKEX. Instead, what we're proposing is you go to the town square with your glass box and inside is the apple, and you find another trader who has another glass box that only they have the key for and that has the pears inside, and you can see what the other person has. I can see what I have. We can control only our own boxes, but we can do the exchange in a very open, transparent way, but also very, very secure. No one can steal our box. No one can steal the fruit inside it. So that's the analogy I want people to give of how we want our people to trade in a natural way, swap the things we want to swap, and then we go our separate ways with our assets, with our fruit that we purchase. So essentially, ZKEX is the industry's first multi-chain order book DEX that is a true decentralized self-custodial CEX equivalent. So it's a natural way to trade while you keep all your assets with you. What we allow people to do is they can keep the assets on their favorite blockchain or rollup, but they can use the assets to buy and sell tokens from any other rollup or blockchain. We have a very simple convert tool. We have a very simple spot tool. But if you are a professional, then we have very advanced derivatives. And we also have a unified account, which allows the pro traders to manage their risks and their capital very, very efficiently. And the very important thing that we're building, which is quite unique, is a very transparent order book DEX without any limits, but it's extremely secure. And the question is, why build an order book DEX? AMMs have a lot of problems, essentially. They have slippage, they have impermanent loss for liquidity providers. So it's a huge problem. DEXs, AMM DEXs get rugged every single day. With an order book, you trade first, and by default, when you are making a market order, you're bringing liquidity. They become liquidity providers because they're making an order. So it's better, much better in some cases for liquidity provisioners as well.
The second major problem is the navigation among these different ecosystems. There's going to be hundreds, even thousands of rollups in near future. So in our implementation use case, we want to abstract this step for users so they don't need to know which underlying blockchains they're using.
I was just going to say, at ZKEX, we are enabling builders to do these off-chain computations and have them verified on-chain in a way that is future-proof, in a way that they know that the gas costs will not be excessive, and their computations can be efficiently verified. Yeah, so while there is a need for standardization, it is going to be a challenge. However, there will be some standards that will stand the test of time. In particular, Groth 16, the oldest system for ZK snarks, will be around because it is very efficient and very succinct. The weaknesses that I see in ZK remain what I have identified with my experience in gas. That is, they are too expensive to verify on the EVM without modification.
Writing a zero-knowledge circuit takes a lot of time and it's very expensive. I think in the next few years, we're going to have a lot of open source code repositories that we can all use. In terms of standardization, there are some innovations happening in these fields, like shared synchronous. So a few different ZK rollups can share the same sequencer to share the cost, to lower the cost, and to accelerate the implementation of decentralization of the approver network and the sequencers. And this will be very important for the future development of the ecosystem, because ZK rollups nowadays, including OP rollups, are all running on centralized sequencers, and this is not ideal.
I remember last year speaking to some people, some developers, and they said it's impossible for ZK EVM to be built. This is like just over a year ago. And now in 2023, we have several teams delivering this. and it's a kind of ground shaking news. If you only build the tools and the shovels and the things like that, and there's no application, that will die eventually. The innovation will stop, the research will stop, the investment will stop. So on the other side, what we are really hoping for in the next year is innovation for business-focused ZK solutions, so people can trade securely online, and it's still kind of regulated and still safe, but it's also private at the same time, and applications within things like social media for consumers, consumer applications, and the really big, juicy target.
Right now, we are supporting the development of perpetual contract trading on ZKEX, and also supporting and doing some internal test of OFT, O mini fungible token, for cross-chain bridge called the ZK Jump, using the infra of zkLink. It's called ZK Jump. So basically, you can jump from any chain to any chain and any token to any token. We can bring these types of real-world assets on chain, and so regular users and the users will be easily to be able to participate and to buy U.S. Treasury, to buy bonds, to buy U.S. stocks, to buy currencies, to buy gold, to buy commodities using crypto. We're going to publish an article very soon describing our next step, which is zkLink V3. So taking where we're today, we call ourselves a layer 2.5 because we're hybrids, but we're migrating from layer 2.5 to a pure layer 3 platform because this will significantly lower the cost per transaction on our platform.
And these include recursive zero-knowledge proofs that do not require trusted setup. And aside from our zero-knowledge innovations, we have a hybrid virtual machine that allows for both WebAssembly and the EVM. So one can program in both JavaScript and Rust to compile to WebAssembly and compile Solidity for the EVM. In addition to that, we have support for IBC, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, for communicating between like the Cosmos ecosystem, and we serve as a nexus for the Cosmos ecosystem and Ethereum. In addition to that, we have price feeds that allow for DeFi on top of our zero-knowledge innovations, which allow for privacy-preserving DeFi as well.
The second major announcement I want to make is that in October, we'll have a second major announcement as well. And this is when we're going to launch our unified account. It gives us the ability to manage our risk a lot better and reduces our risk of liquidation, which allows you to manage your capital a lot better as well and have very diverse strategies and investment strategies. So it's a beautiful feature, not only for retailers, but also for pro traders as well. But like I said, we are on the roadmap, a very fast roadmap to deliver our promises within a few months.
An exciting technology that I see coming along after ZK is fully homomorphic encryption. Getting back to ZK, we still have to solve the problem of efficiently proving and efficiently moving computation off-chain.
This year is a year for infrastructure where the foundations of crypto are being remade. I think 2024, like Vince mentioned, will be the year of product when people are actually using this amazing new infrastructure and building new things that we haven't even thought of. The ones who are bringing relief to other builders or to users are the ones which will succeed in the long term.
Matt's project, ZKEX, they're building for layer 0, layer 1, multi-chain, and you can even say with these scaling solutions, it's layer 2. Vincent, he talked about how they're building layer 2, but it's 2.5, and soon we'll be moving up to layer 3. However, it's the people who are going to be using it, and that's where we get at the app level, the decentralized app level. So we're super excited about what ZKEX is going to be bringing to the market.
gentlemen, what a fantastic talk. I just want to say thank you once again to Omer, Matt, Vince, and Bilal for your very, very impressive insights and industry knowledge. For those of you who are watching the show, if you like RockTree OG Talk series, please follow RockTree's Twitter at RockTree Capital, as well as RockTree WeChat official account 实木资本. That's it from us.